what was the urgency to actively keep allotting these coal mines from 2006 to 9? And if you see that list, some of those allotments are made within 1 month of the 2009 election.
When the allotments were made, there was no assumption that they would be mined.
Out in the open.
When the allotment was made, there could be no assumption that they wouldn't be mined. For different reasons, different parties could not mine. Some were environmental clearances. Some were environmental clearances. Mr. Piyush Goyal, I didn't interrupt you. Some were environmental clearances.
No, you interrupted me. I was not allowed to finish.
Some were banking issues. There were issues galore. They are the people who have to explain why they could not mine. But because 56 did not mine, you can't assume that we knew that they would not mine.
No, but surely the government oversight, you have a coal ministry, you have a coal ministry, surely the government is accountable for it.
No, but the government is accountable for what?
For making sure that the contracts are given and lived up to.
That's being done. That's the whole issue. The issue is that so many plethoras of laws, regulations, issues here and there held these things up, and I'm not holding a brief for them. That's for them to explain. All I'm saying is the argument that is being made is a fantastic argument that when you made the allotment, you knew that it would not be mined, which is absolutely wrong.
So are you saying, sir,
Piyush Goyal, Ashwini Kumar, these are matters that should actually be debated on the floor of the House. Because sadly on the 9 o'clock news, you only have an allotted time which we've exceeded. You can debate it for days on the floor of the House. I wish that the opposition and the government parties would actually do that. Because no, Piyush Goyal, I'm going to come back to you because I do want to show one double standard, because we had the government saying throughout that we want to debate this. Why doesn't the opposition let us debate it? Well, today on camera was caught the Minister of State of Parliamentary Affairs, Rajiv Shukla, whispering into the ears of the Deputy Chairperson, the newly elected Deputy Chairperson of the Rajya Sabha, telling him, adjourn the House for the day. There's too much noise going on. Take a look at this.
Congratulations and good luck. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
शोरगुल होगा पूरे दिन के लिए एडजॉर्न कर दें। शोरगुल होगा पूरे दिन के लिए एडजॉर्न कर दें। पूरे दिन के लिए एडजॉर्न कर दें।
Papers to be laid on the table. Srimati Jayanti Nagarajan.
इसमें क्या कोई इसमें खास बात नहीं है। अगर सदन में बहुत शोर हो रहा है, विपक्ष सदन नहीं चलाने दे रहा, तो हम अपनी ओपिनियन हमेशा चेयर को दे सकते। कोई मेरी राय में होना चाहिए, इसके बाद चेयर के ऊपर चेयर सुप्रीम है, जो फैसला चेयर लेना चाहे लेने। हम तो अपनी ओपिनियन दे सकते हैं ना, जैसे विपक्ष के भी लोग आके अपनी ओपिनियन देते हैं। कोई नई बात तो है नहीं।
Well, joining us for more on up, joining us tonight is of course a distinguished guest, the former Speaker of the House, Somnath Chatterjee. Mr. Chatterjee, as a former constitutional head of Parliament of the Lok Sabha, what would you say on this? Can a Minister of State walk up to the chair of the House, whisper in his ear, and unluckily for him it was caught on tape, say adjourn the House for the day?
Well, I don't know why so much dispute is being raised now. I am being flooded with the questions from different channels on this. Sorry. It's nothing but a suggestion made by any minister, or even a member can make suggestion. But ultimately decision has to be taken by the chair. And what is agonizing me, that the whole dispute centers around the efficiency and the reliability or the ability of the new deputy chairman to act as such, as if he is being dictated by somebody, even if he is minister or not a minister. Dr. Kurian has been very ably and very successfully conducting the proceedings of the House as a panel chairperson, so far as I know, and that is, his efficiency has been proved, or impartiality has been proved by his unanimous election, as I understand. And now, just because he has accepted by on his own judgment the suggestion made by a minister, sorry, does not show that he has been dictated by the minister. It's a very unfortunate thing. I appeal to everybody not to belittle the office of the presiding officers. That is the last bastion we have, the Houses of Parliament. And if that these institution is being belittled like this, that the chairpersons of these institutions, great institutions, are just clay in the hands of the government, that's a very sad day.
Mr. Chatterjee,
during my tenure, so many suggestions came.
Mr. Chatterjee, just to make,
yes.
If you like, I can come back to you after you have a glass of water. Would you like to have a glass of water? And I'll just come back to you. Quick reactions, sir, on this from my other panelists. The BJP has raised this point of Piyush Goyal that this, in a way, illustrates the government's double-speak.
I think, Sonia, the important issue is not what the deputy chairperson of the House did. And of course, he should not have immediately said, yes, I'll do it. But that apart, I don't want to join issue on that with the deputy chairperson, and I respect what the senior leader, Mr. Somnath Chatterjee, said. Let's not cast aspersions on him. But the bigger issue is the government style. Here on your channel, they are saying we want to have a debate. But on every such occasion, look at what they did with Lokpal. Mr. Prashant Bhushan should be worried about it. On 29 December, they filibustered their way till it was midnight. And the sense of the House was that everybody was willing to sit and pass that bill that day with just 3 amendments on which there was unanimity almost. And the majority view of the House was in favor of that. So their approach is to filibuster whenever there is an embarrassing situation.
Mr. Kumar, let me just get Mr. Kumar to react to that. It does seem contradictory. Sure. Why did the MOS Parliamentary Affairs adjourn the House if the government wanted to defend themselves on the floor of the House?
Well, I think the MOS has said what he had to say, and I think Mr. Somnath Chatterjee has made his comments. I don't think I have anything to add on it, but let me just tell you this. The House functioning presupposes normalcy where debate is possible. Where it is chaos all the time, for an MOS to make a suggestion that this is not taking us anywhere, the House's function is not being conducted. It is impossible to conduct debates in this House in this atmosphere. So please consider adjourning it. He made a suggestion. The chairman took the decision on his own, in his best judgment.
I'm going to leave the final words on tonight's debate with our former Speaker, Mr. Somnath Chatterjee. I'm going to leave the final words with Mr. Somnath Chatterjee. Mr. Chatterjee, your thoughts today. We all remember your tenure when you faced so much political back and forth, disruptions, House not functioning, and you expressed your disappointment time and time again. Watching now as an observer, a sense of disappointment again when we have such a serious issue to be debated, the issue of CAG reports, an estimated value by them of a loss of 1.86 lakh crores, and we see disruption again in Parliament.
Well, that's very unfortunate. Everybody is saying in the country, and my appeal again, I'm not in the Parliament anymore, but my appeal to all my friends in the houses, in all the assemblies. The other day I spoke in West Bengal Assembly function here, that the houses should be allowed to function at least. Let the people not lose faith in our parliamentary democracy. There is no substitute to parliamentary democracy. Nobody is suggesting any alternative. And in that event, if there is non-functioning of the houses, the people are losing their faith in the whole system. Therefore, please spare the parliament, spare the assemblies. These are the only institutions which are people's institutions and which have been conceived by our freedom fighters, our leaders, our jurists, as the only method of functioning of our democratic structure. Therefore, today it's happening. Therefore, today even the aspersions is made against a presiding officer that if he listens to some suggestions, then he is being dictated by the government. These are suggestions very unfortunate.
Right, and we do have to leave the debate here. As you said,
therefore,
hopefully the House...
to everybody, these institutions, yes please,
no,
that
sorry,
the institutions of Parliament is too, I want to say that the institution of Parliament is so supreme, so important to us. Let us not try to bring the ridicule on it or opprobrium, public opprobrium. So many times during my time also, either elected or not, I used to express rather freely. That's also annoyed many of the members, that they are bringing ridicule to the whole system. I say don't, no work, no pay also, that also annoyed them. And then I can tell you, I have said that in my book. On many occasions I used to get before the House sat, I used to get a telephone call from important opposition leader, today House will not be allowed to function. What is it? I did not accept that, but people say that, members say that in a peremptory manner also.
I think,
but
sir, we do have to...
Speaker ultimately applies his mind.
Small point.
No, Mr. Goel, I think we do have to
Therefore,
leave this debate tonight.
please give a benefit of doubt to Dr. Kurian.
Just a
I
small
think
comment.
we have to leave the debate
One thing
tonight
is very important.
with the words of our former speaker. I think no, but I think we have to leave it tonight with the words of our former speaker. Do not bring ridicule to the parliamentary system. It's a question of faith in the system, and that's what's lost when the disruptions from whichever side brings it on, whether it was the Congress when the NDA was in power or the NDA when the UPA is in power. Thank you all very much. Ashwini Kumar, Piyush Goel, Prashant Bhushan, and of course Mr. Somnath Chatterjee for joining me tonight.